girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just to trick me, trick me, trick me, trick me. 'Cause baby girl, you are so easily pretty. The only reason that I can do tonight is 'cause I'm...
Hello everyone, welcome back to Julie Jules World, and a special welcome to my new subscribers. Let me go ahead and show you little mini tote bags that we're going to be making today. They're so adorable. I love these. Just put random things in here. They even have a journal in here. So adorable. I also have this one here. Let's go ahead and make these beauties. So the materials that you're going to need for this project: okay, let's go ahead and iron on the inner facing on these. And you're going to flip your fabric over on the opposite side. Once you are finished ironing on your inner facing, we are going to be putting this together. This is going to be the bottom of the bag, okay? Right here on a 7 centimeter section. And then we're going to lay right side facing together. And we're going to lay it on top of here like that. And we're going to do the same thing for the other one as well and lay it on top of here. We're going to do the strap at the same time. And then you're going to do it for both. And then we're going to go to the machine and we're going to sew on one section. And then we're going to sew all the way down on the other side. And on the top here, on this one here, and then in the bottom here. Okay, you should now have the two handles sewn, and as well as the outside body. And so now we're going to position our tag. This is optional. We want the center of this. Let's mark the center. From the bottom, we're going to measure 1.5 centimeters up. And then we're going to put our tag on top of that line, sewing that in place, as well as we're going to fold this down. These two sits like that, and we're going to be sewing right here at the top here, and then we're going to sew that down as well. You should now have your tag sewn on there, and then that line should be now sewn onto that, those two. So we're going to fold this in half once again and find the center. Squeeze it, and then we're going to mark it both ends. And then mark the center. From the center that we mark, we're going to shift over 2.5 centimeters and mark that. And then we're going to move over this other section over here and mark it 2.5 centimeters on this side as well. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side. And outside of these two that we mark here, we're going to position our handles. Position it. Hopefully you can see it. There's a center, and then there's 2.5 centimeters, and then the other 2.5 centimeters. We're going to lay our handles right here on that line, and we're going to bring this over, and we're going to lay it on top of that other line and pin that in place. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side. Let's sew this corner, that, and that. You should now have your handles sewn on there. We're going to take our inner lining and on the right side facing each other, place that down. Let me go ahead and pin these handles down. All right, place that down. You're going to sew here, and you're going to sew here. So now that you finish sewing these two sections here, we are going to lift this up, lining this up with each other like that. Pin that in place. Same thing for the other side. All right, once you finish pinning down, we're gonna mark these 4 corners here. Cut a piece of paper out so you can see the measurements. And you're gonna put it right in the corner there. Let's go ahead and trace that over. Should have something that looks like that. And then you're gonna do this for all 4 corners. Cut these out. Now that you finish cutting the 4 corners out, we're going to be marking a gap here. Let's go ahead and mark about a 6 centimeter gap. From this end, we're going to sew right here and stop right there. Leave this gap open, and then from the other section that we mark, we're going to sew from here, going all the way down and stop right there. And we're going to go and sew all the way down on the other side. All right, let's go ahead and get our corners. We're going to be sewing all the way across here, and you're going to do that for all 4 corners. Go to the machine and sew right here, there, there, and there. Okay, you should now have all 4 corners sewn. Let's go ahead and flip this inside out. So we're gonna go to the machine and we're gonna sew this gap up. Let's go ahead and sew that gap up right there. Okay, that gap should now be sewn. And so we're gonna tuck this in. You can iron this out. You're gonna be sewing all the way around here. All right, so now you should have it all sewn all the way around. And so now we're just gonna put our buttons in there by the center. And then from the center, we're gonna drop down 1 centimeter and we're gonna put our buttons in there. You should now have your buttons in place. And we are done. It's beautiful, y'all. Totally worth making, guys. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for watching. Please thumbs up this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and you will definitely see me in my next video. Bye, my YouTubers.